New footage just blew up. Fulio's crew and Youngin Ace going at it right inside the courtroom.
Lil Baby just made headlines after dropping a whopping $55 million to bail out Lil Durk, following the terrifying incident where Durk was found unconscious in jail after a violent attack allegedly orchestrated by NBA YoungBoy's crew. What started as a tragic moment of despair quickly flipped into one of the most powerful shows of loyalty and brotherhood the rap game has seen in a long time. Please do not forget to like this video, share, and subscribe to this channel if you want more updates like this. Thank you. Now, let's get back into the video. Lil Durk's recent incarceration had already caused a massive stir online. Fans were shocked, critics were divided, and the hip-hop community was left in suspense. But things took a much darker turn when news broke that Durk was found unconscious after a brutal altercation inside the prison. Rumors flew everywhere, suggesting that members affiliated with NBA YoungBoy's camp were behind the attack, stirring an already intense rivalry between two major forces in the game. Durk's condition was critical, and his safety became the top concern, not just for his fans, but for the legal system too. Authorities reportedly feared for his life inside jail. The judge overseeing his case, who previously wasn't open to granting bail, suddenly reconsidered. The stakes were simply too high. If anything happened to Durk under custody, it could spark national headlines and potential civil suits against the institution. And that's where Lil Baby stepped in, already shaken by the news of Durk's condition. As seen in his emotional rush to jail in tears, Lil Baby didn't just sit back and wait. He acted without hesitation. He pulled together the $55 million bail set by the court and offered to pay it entirely out of his own pocket. That's not just money. That's a statement. A statement of loyalty, of friendship, and a defiance against a system and culture that too often throws away black men at their lowest. Now, let's really talk about this $55 million. This wasn't a regular bond amount. $55 million is a figure that most rap fans never even imagine when they hear the word bail. That's mansion money, private jet money, generational wealth money. It's the kind of amount meant to keep a person locked up indefinitely. The court likely thought setting such a high price would make it impossible for anyone to bail Durk out. But Lil Baby flipped the narrative. As one of the most successful rappers of his generation, he's made tens of millions from streaming, performances, business investments, and branding deals. Yet even with all that success, no one expected him to part with that kind of cash so quickly. And for someone else. Insiders close to Baby say the decision was deeply personal. Lil Baby and Lil Durk have been close friends for years now. They've toured together, dropped hits together, and navigated the challenges of fame side by side. This wasn't just about money. It was about saving a brother's life. Sources say Baby immediately reached out to Durk's legal team once he heard the bond had been granted and offered to cover every penny, no strings attached. The move sent shockwaves through the rap community. Social media exploded. Fans praised Baby for standing up in a way that very few would. Other rappers chimed in too, some applauding his move, while others questioned why the bond was so high in the first place. More than anything, it brought the spotlight right back on the prison system and the ongoing issue of targeted violence inside. What happened to Durk could have easily ended in tragedy. He was found unconscious, possibly left for dead. Some reports claim he suffered head trauma and internal bleeding. Others say he was attacked while in protective custody, a place meant to ensure his safety. Whatever the truth is, the system failed to keep him safe. And now, because of Lil Baby, he might finally get the chance to recover outside those dangerous walls. What's even crazier is how this plays into the larger drama that's been brewing between camps. We already know about the tension between Lil Durk and NBA YoungBoy. Their beef isn't just some social media trolling. It runs deep. Diss tracks, public jabs, and dangerous affiliations have kept their names in headlines for years. Some insiders believe the jail attack on Durk wasn't random at all, but a coordinated move by YoungBoy's people to send a message. If true, it shows just how far these rap feuds have evolved. We're not talking diss tracks anymore. We're talking real-world consequences. Lil Baby's move throws a whole wrench into those plans. Not only did he rescue Durk when he was at his most vulnerable, but he also positioned himself as a force to be reckoned with. You don't spend $55 million without expecting some kind of impact. And make no mistake, Baby just cemented his place as one of the most respected names in hip-hop. This could mark the beginning of a whole new chapter. Fans are now speculating about what's next. Will Durk speak out once he's released? Will he reveal what really happened behind those jail walls? And who funded Lil Baby's ability to move that kind of money so quickly? Was this a solo act of kindness or part of a larger effort to bring Durk back and reclaim their narrative? More questions and answers. But one thing is certain, Lil Baby's move changed the game. Industry veterans are already calling this one of the boldest acts of loyalty in modern rap. Not since the days of Suge Knight bailing out Tupac for $1.4 million has someone made such a major financial sacrifice for another artist. But this time, the stakes were higher, the amount was bigger, and the potential consequences deadlier. And let's not forget what this means for Lil Durk moving forward. If everything goes smoothly and Durk is officially released, this could be the biggest comeback in recent hip-hop memory. Think about it. He goes from being attacked, unconscious, and nearly unalive behind bars, to being bailed out by one of the hottest rappers in the game, to telling his story, clearing his name, and reclaiming his place at the top. There's already talk of a documentary being developed around this entire situation. Sources close to both artists suggest they're considering teaming up again, not just for music, but to shed light on the harsh realities of the prison system, street violence, and brotherhood in the rap world. Imagine the impact of a full-length feature or docuseries exploring how Baby saved Durk's life, emotionally, physically, and financially. It would be raw, real, and incredibly timely, especially with hip-hop facing more scrutiny than ever before over the violence and trauma artists face both on the streets and behind bars. For now, fans are just waiting for that one notification. Lil Durk has been officially released. As of this writing, the final paperwork is being reviewed, and Durk's legal team is working closely with the courts to ensure all terms are met. He could walk free within the next few days if everything goes according to plan. And when that happens, expect the industry to pause. Everyone, from bloggers to mainstream news outlets, will be watching closely. What will Lil Durk say? How will he thank Lil Baby? Will he drop a track immediately? Or take time to heal and reflect? Will there be a press conference or a statement from his lawyers? And perhaps the biggest question of all, what's NBA YoungBoy's next move?